and welcome to another episode of Burning Miles. My name is Devin, and I am your host for today's journey. Today, we journey upon F-HTYG, an Air France Airbus A350-900 making its way from Vancouver to Paris. I was able to take advantage of priority security, priority boarding, and priority bags, as today I am seated in seat 10A. Now you'd think that would be in business class, and that would be really nice. But no, we're sitting in premium economy, and it happens to be right at the bulkhead. Looking out the window, the Air France logo can be seen lounging on the side of the engine, and you'll see the winged seahorse. The icon came first before the airline even had a name. This symbol was a carryover from one of Air France's founding airlines, Air Orient, which served the Far East routes. The winged seahorse is an artistic fusion of symbols. The head is a Pegasus, the Greek mythological flying horse, and the tail is a Nam's dragon, the icon of the imperial family of Vietnam. Combined, they form a seahorse with wings. At the time, there was a raging debate over the superiority between airplanes and seaplanes. This mythical creature, proficient in conquering both the sky and the waves, was the ideal representation for the new airline. It embodies a spirit of flight, speeding through the skies to traverse the world's oceans and bring the continents closer. Here at Legitimate Aviation, we are always doing our best to create outstanding content. In order to do so, we count on all of you to support the channel. If you like what you're seeing, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more content in the future. There is some pretty exciting content coming up, including a host of new airlines. that we've enjoyed the wonderful views of all the white clouds, Air France got right to it, serving up some goods. Right after takeoff, they provided a welcome drink, and no, not a free beverage of choice like coffee or tea or soda. No, the welcome drink is a choice between champagne and water. So, obviously, we didn't go with water. Do note, this video was filmed by a friend of mine. Check out his Instagram in the description. Air France also provided an amenity kit, which provided some socks, an eye mask, some earplugs, and a toothbrush. The seat itself is a standard premium economy seat with 37 inches of pitch and 18.8 inches of width, along with around 5 inches of recline. The seat also comes with a fancy touch-based TV remote. The seat has a 13.3-inch TV screen, of which has outside cameras. You can switch among the tail view, nose gear view, and the simple downward view. The best of them is, of course, the tail cam. Obviously the best feature. But I guess if you are more of a wall enthusiast, maybe you like the bulkhead feature better. During takeoff and landing, I have to fold the screen into the center console, which sucks. But fortunately, the screen on the bulkhead still shows the camera views, just you can't pick which one you want to look at. The in-seat screen offered plenty of options of movies, shows, and much, much more. And now, for the best part of the day, supper time. This delicious dish was a fairly basic meal overall, but still an improvement from the Western standard of pasta or a really basic bland slab of meat. But as great of a meal as it was, the food wasn't served on porcelain, which was a pretty poor choice. And don't be fooled by this fairly unnecessary window shot. Yes, there most certainly was more food. Served with a choice of not one, not two, but 3 different drinks, none of which are really even in the same category. Maybe that's kind of my fault. If you'd be so kind as to ignore the fact that we are skipping quite a few uneventful hours of this flight for the sake of both mine and all your sanity, we will move right along to the start of our descent into the only city that convinced the world that a beautified cell tower was worth seeing. Yes, I'm talking about the Eiffel Tower. Yes, I did go take the time out of my life to go see it. No, I'm not really trying to mock it, nor anything about France. All I'm saying is that I really feel like there should be better internet in that area, just considering the situation. As much as I like to make fun of the little things in life here on this channel, let's think positive thoughts. The flight was great overall. I would argue the lounge could use a little work, but considering there's a SkyTeam lounge in Vancouver at all, honestly is a miracle in itself. Air France is not the best airline in the world, by far, but it definitely isn't the worst. I'd love to tell you what I think of it, but that's coming later. Welcome to Paris, the city Air France calls home. Who would have guessed? At this point, I'm sure you are pulling your hair out, wondering, what does Devin think of this experience? And to be honest, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Sure, it wasn't supreme luxury, nor was it over extraordinary, but the crew treated me well. The seat was more than satisfactory for this journey, and the food was great considering it's pretty much economy level food for the most part. I'm still not convinced that premium economy is worth paying extra for, but then again, I'm fairly used to suffering in the back. In conclusion, would I book this again? Yes. Would I recommend others to do so? Only if you have the money to do so. It's not much of a special experience like business or first class, but the price sometimes makes you wish it was. Either way, you are in for a good flight, and I hope you enjoyed this flight too. I'm always out and about making content and posting videos, so be sure to subscribe and like so that I don't stop. Be sure to join me next time where I go back to the basics and try out United's economy products on their 737-8. Until then though, go make people smile, pay respect to your local cell tower, and be back here on June 7th for another epic adventure. Goodbye.